Good morning. I am only 3 minutes earlier today because I had to restart the video. The sound was bad. So let me check if the sound is good now. I hope so. What's going on with my internet?
The sound
Okay.
was bad.
Okay, good. So the sound is good now. Perfect. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Gina. Yeah, I had to restart. I started the video as always 5 minutes before the practice, but the sound was really bad, so I had to redo it. I'm glad it works now. So we'll give it another minute for people who want to join live to come in. Oh my goodness, and today for some reason I cannot tag people. Eesh. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Facebook is changing something again. Or maybe it's just my internet is not working. I don't know. I can tag Zazu. Okay. Oh, very strange. Some people I can tag, some people I cannot tag. Oh well. I hope everybody who needs this practice will find their way to it. Anyway, it is time for us to start. And the other day we talked about the balance needed on our spiritual journey. And the famous teacher Chogyam Trungpa says that the ideal spiritual journey needs equal parts of gloriousness and wretchedness. If it were all glory, just one success after another, would get extremely arrogant or completely out of touch with human suffering. On the other hand, if it were all wretchedness and we never had any insight and never experienced joy or inspiration, then we'd get so discouraged that we would give up. And as a species, we somehow tend to overemphasize this wretchedness. For example, in this Buddhist practice that we talked the other day about, called one at the beginning and one at the end, where you set an intention and aspiration when you wake up, and then before you go to bed, you check in with yourself and see how it went. Well, won't you agree that when we review our day, it's actually very common to perceive it all as bleak, as if we didn't get anything right? It's super common. But maybe if somebody else is there, a partner, for example, they might say, well, but what about the fact that you were getting all worked up and you went out for a walk and came back calm down? Or I saw you smile at that man who was sitting in the corner all hunched over and depressed, and I saw him brighten up. Sometimes other people have to point out our basic goodness to us. In our most ordinary days, we have moments of happiness, moments of comfort and enjoyment, moments of seeing something that pleases us, something that touches us, moments of contacting the tenderness in our hearts. And we can learn to take joy in all that. Pema Chodron says that it's essential during the day to actually note when you feel happiness or when something positive happens, and begin to cherish those moments as precious. This way, gradually, we can begin to cherish the preciousness of our whole life just as it is, with all its ups and downs, its failures and successes, its roughness and smoothness. But until we start this journey of acknowledging when we're being hooked, little things unconsciously trigger us all the time, and life increasingly becomes more of a struggle. And yet we can never figure out why. On the other hand, when we start seeing ourselves clearly, honestly, of course we still get triggered. But there is a very important difference. This magic of recognition, this miracle of compassionate acknowledgement. And it's the miracle of being conscious rather than unconscious. The more we do it, the more our ability to do it grows. That's not something we have to force. It just naturally happens that when there is less self-deception, we have an increased capacity to remain awake to the joys and sorrows of the world. So now let's do a practice of loving kindness together, growing our habit for unconditional friendliness towards ourselves and others. Remind yourself that an honest self-reflection only makes sense in the space of unconditional friendliness. Otherwise, our ability to see ourselves clearly becomes yet another reason for self-deprecation and turning against ourselves. So, as always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle. Settle into your body, into your breath, into this moment, right here, right now. Allow your breath to be nice and soft, completely natural. Allow some spaciousness in your breath. Giving up the struggle, letting all the experiences of the present moment to flow through you as energy. And now begin your loving kindness practice as always, with a gentle reflection on the basic goodness within you and your genuine wish to be happy. Scan your body and notice how that reflection affects your physical state, your breath, your thoughts. Soften from the inside out. And start repeating after me, silently or out loud. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel protected, cared for, at ease. May I know deep, natural peace. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and mind. May I feel protected, cared for, at ease. May I know deep, natural peace. If you feel spacious enough to include other people in your practice now, follow me. Otherwise, stick with offering loving kindness to yourself. And remember, there is no judgment. If you need to stay with yourself, go for it. If you are ready to include others, however, think of a dear friend or family member, somebody who you love deeply and to whom you sincerely wish all the happiness in the world. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel protected, cared for, at ease. May they know deep, natural peace. Now think of a neutral person in your life, perhaps somebody who you see frequently, but you have no emotional connection with. Just like you, they too deserve to be happy, healthy, and free. Just like you, they deserve loving kindness. So now start sending loving kindness to this neutral person. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel protected, cared for, at ease. May they know deep, natural peace. Now think of a challenging person in your life. Somebody who you fight a lot with or don't see eye to eye on many subjects. Somebody who stimulates strong emotions in you. Remember, just like you, they're worthy of love and compassion. Just like you, they have good and bad days. Just like you, they have people who love and dislike them. Just like you, they deserve loving kindness wishes. May they be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel protected, cared for, at ease. May they know deep, natural peace. And as always, we finish our practice by sending loving kindness to all living beings. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be well in body and mind. May all beings feel protected, cared for, at ease. May all beings know deep, natural peace. And now gently let go of your practice. Scan your body, notice how you're feeling now, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you really? And today I invite you to continue this practice of one at the beginning and one at the end. So for a moment now, think of a manageable aspiration for the day ahead of you. For example, may I recognize when I get hooked? Or may I not act out of anger? or whatever it is for you. And as you go through your day today, remember this aspiration and see if it somehow changes your interactions with people around you. Maybe you'll be able to recognize our sameness a bit better. Maybe you'll be able to say how human of me or how human of him, her, them a bit more often. And at night, check back to see how it went. And remember to allow yourself to rejoice in any wins, whether they seem big or small to you. Enjoy. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.